The year 2024 was a wake-up call. We saw the highest sea surface temperatures ever recorded. 6 typhoons battered the Philippines in just 30 days. Central Asia faced its worst flooding season. India was hit by deadly landslides. China endured record drought. And across Japan, Korea, China, and Myanmar, temperature records shattered month after month. In short, 2024 was a textbook example of what an intensifying climate crisis looks like. But here's the frustrating part. While climate impacts are accelerating, world leaders are still struggling to even agree on a timeline for the next Global Climate Science Report, the IPCC 7th Assessment Cycle, or AR7. The IPCC reports are the gold standard of climate science. The AR7 will show us 2 things. 1. How far we've come in cutting emissions. 2. The devastating consequences if we fail to do what's necessary. On the 10th anniversary of the Paris Agreement, emissions are at record highs. Yet, instead of uniting, delegates are stuck arguing about deadlines and even about the words that should or shouldn't appear in the report. Some countries like the UK, EU, and small island nations want AR7 finalized by 2028 to help track progress under the Paris Agreement. Others, including China, India, and Saudi Arabia, argue that's too rushed and want a delay until 2029. Meanwhile, reports from observers say some delegations are actively trying to water down the science, avoiding words like fossil fuels, subsidies, and even the cost of inaction. And here's the thing. We already know science is alarming. The last IPCC report, AR6, came out in 2023. It showed Asia is one of the most vulnerable regions in the world. With just a little more warming, we could see 5 to 20% more drought conditions across Asia, catastrophic sea level rise for countries like Bangladesh, Indonesia, and the Philippines, irreversible damage to coral reefs and coastal ecosystems at just 2 degrees Celsius. Huge declines in food security. Rice production in India could drop by up to 30%, maize by as much as 70%. And all this while hundreds of millions of people in Asia are still living in poverty, meaning they're the least able to adapt to these shocks. Since AR6, things have only gotten worse. Global emissions hit a record high in 2024. It was officially the hottest year on record, with global temperatures 1.55 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial times. And Asia? It's warming twice as fast as the global average. We're already seeing the results. Glacier melt accelerating. Marine heat waves devastating coastal communities. 26 unprecedented and 37 unusual weather events across Asia in just 1 year, displacing thousands and costing hundreds of lives. The Asian Development Bank warns that by 2100, the destructive power of typhoons and cyclones could double. Sea level rise, already twice the global average in parts of Asia-Pacific, could threaten 300 million people. Here's the bottom line. If current policies continue, we're heading for around 2.7 degrees Celsius of warming. Scientists estimate that at that level, billions of people could die and we could lose up to half of the world's GDP. This is why the IPCC's AR7 report is so critical and why governments can't afford to waste more time bickering. The climate crisis doesn't care about political disputes or word choices. It's here. It's accelerating, and it will affect all of us. That means putting aside differences, agreeing on the AR7 timeline, and most importantly, committing to ambitious climate action aligned with the 1.5 degrees Celsius target. So as delegates prepare to meet again in 2025, the question is simple. Will they continue to stall, or will they finally unite behind the greatest challenge of our time? Because when it comes to the climate crisis, there's no negotiating with physics. The only choice we have is whether we act together or face the consequences apart. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, do you think world leaders will actually find common ground in time?